Things you maybe didn't know in Tears of the Kingdom. A short series that has gained my channel over 100,000 views and has grown my channel to a decent size. Thanks. This is a compilation of Volume 1, which is parts 1 through 10 in the series. This video is here so you don't have to go looking for each individual shorts video, but if you want to, it still helps out. And if you want to, I left a link to each one in the description, and I put a link to the next one in each shorts video. But enough talking, enjoy. Things you maybe didn't know in Tears of the Kingdom. Did you know that Lizalfos can change their elements? It's kinda crazy, I know. And speaking of Gerudo Desert, the Gerudo Prison. If you found all the shrines, you already found this area, but it's pretty cool. Also talking about the Gerudo, Patricia. She will literally give you the chords to the Ganon fight if you feed her Splash. But it's already kinda obvious where you fight Ganon, like come on. In Tears of the Kingdom, you can do side quests to get paraglider fabric, and you can change your paraglider at Hitena Village. But did you know that if you find Addison all over Hyrule, in every single one of his locations, you get a fabric? This might take a while, just like how long Mariothon's gonna take when I'm done with Tears of the Kingdom. Yes, I'm going to play all Mario games. Crazy, I know. Last one, did you know in the Spirit Temple there's a forged construct that you can talk to get Zonai weapons? Oh my gosh, this is so crazy. Things you maybe didn't know in Tears of the Kingdom, Part 2. There's some epic armor in Tears of the Kingdom, but if you're not a fan of Link's hair, then maybe you should visit Zelda's house in Hitena Village. You'll get the well-worn hairband for your hair, and if you look in her diary, it'll lead you to the champion mothers in Hyrule Castle. If you go to the groves in the depths, some will have weapons. Wait, I swear I've seen this before. After completing dungeons, you can talk to the sages at their villages or towns, and you'll be able to find the Divine Beast homes. The Great Plateau is a very nice location in Breath of the Wild, and it still is in Tears of the Kingdom, just with the chasm and a long side quest. Just as long as playing all the Mario games and Mariothon after Tears of the Kingdom. Yes, that includes you, Mario Party. The Shrine of Resurrection in particular has a little Yiga surprise. And last but not least, you can drop bananas in front of very obvious Yiga clan members to cue a little silly text piece. Isn't that silly? Also Zelda's torches at the start of Gloom's Lair. Things you maybe didn't know in Tears of the Kingdom, Part 3. You can make updrafts with pine cones, oil, sunshroom, and spicy peppers to get up to high places. Kinda replaces you-know-who. I don't know if it was just me looking at the two, but the Astral Observatory from Majora's Mask and the Akala Ancient Tech Lab look pretty similar. Wild. If you're looking for Koroks in Tears of the Kingdom, you may have come across these boulder puzzles. In Breath of the Wild, you had to push these puzzles into the hole, and in Tears of the Kingdom, you take them out and set it upon a tree stand. Minoru is one of the last sages you get in the game, and one of the less useful sages. But her construct can walk on sand and lava. And last but not least, you can parry attacks with Minoru. That sure is crazy. Things you maybe didn't know in Tears of the Kingdom, Part 4. Yes, this is Part 4. If you want to go see the other parts, go watch them, but here we go. If you throw a Dazzle Fruit on the ground around stall enemies, it instantly kills them. You can give apples to cherry blossom trees to find caves easier. I'll have to remember this because I'm finding all caves on Tuesday the 5th. If you shoot opal on these types of rocks, with a 5-shot bow, you can force a blood moon. Next, there are these group of trees by Scout Hill, which if you hit, the Yiga clan will appear. You can put Lizalfos' tail in your sword to make a whip. Although it can't steal keys from Bokos, it can hit enemies from a bit farther away. And lastly, not something very secret, but you can dye the headpiece to the Rupee armor, which you get from Kilton, dark red, to make it look like Ganon's hair. Isn't that crazy, Zelda? Things you maybe didn't know in Tears of the Kingdom, Part 5. You can throw different elemental items to get a bigger and more powerful blaster. If you fuse a mushroom to your weapon, you get a nifty makeshift spring-loaded hammer, so you can launch all the bokoblins you want. Did you know that the floating Scale Islands is directly over Tal Peak, which is a clever nod to Link's Awakening? And last but not least, this might be common knowledge, but if you played Skyward Sword, you might realize that the Lightning Temple resembles Skyward Sword's Lanayru mining facility. Some similarities also might apply to the Skyview Towers, given there was a dungeon in Skyward Sword called the Skyview Temple. I guess Tears of the Kingdom does have a bit of connection with Skyward Sword. Things you maybe didn't know in Tears of the Kingdom, Part 6. If you take the physical Tears of the Kingdom game and Breath of the Wild game and put them side by side, they kind of match up. You can duplicate bombs to infinity by going to this location, killing every enemy except for this guy. We'll need this device, and while he throws the bombs at the device, we steal them from his hand. Frog armor can help you climb wet surfaces faster than normal armor, just remember not to jump. And last but not least, the belt the ancient hero wears represents the 3 Labyrinth Masters. Isn't that just silly? Things you maybe didn't know in Tears of the Kingdom, Part 7. You can feed Dondons. Yes, these guys are in the game. Luminous Stone, sleep till morning, then come back, and they will poop out gems. You can parry a Gliok Fireball. It just takes some really good time. Different towers launch you to different heights. Typhlo Ruin Skyview Tower has the highest launch height, and Rosspro Pass Skyview Tower has the lowest launch height. And last but not least, the longest fall in Tears of the Kingdom is from the Zero Gravity Orb to the Gerudo Summit Tower. Fall takes a total of 2 minutes, but it really depends where you drop from. That's deep. Things you maybe didn't know in Tears of the Kingdom, Part 8, Comments Edition. If you enter water with no stamina, Link will instantly gain a bit more stamina to make sure you don't drown. If you walk next to Zelda on the Great Plateau in a Yiga outfit, she seems to talk about not knowing who she is. Also following this fact with one of my facts, if you go up to a disguised Yiga member in the Yiga outfit, they say to get changed before Link can see you. You can negate fall damage with a 2-star glide step. Also, did you know that in Breath of the Wild, the Sheikah Slate is designed after a Wii U gamepad, because Breath of the Wild was originally made for the Wii U, and now in Tears of the Kingdom, the Purah pad looks more like a Switch. And last but not least, is there capitalism in Hyrule? Pretty self-explanatory. Things you maybe didn't know in Tears of the Kingdom, Part 9. When shooting an enemy in Tears of the Kingdom, depending where and the size of the enemy, a symbol plays. This is best heard in the Gleeok fight theme. The longest ascension point is in fact not the one under Korok Forest, but instead is the one that takes you to the top of the Dueling Peaks. The Ancient Hero outfit, which is one of the most mysterious things in Tears of the Kingdom, is not actually a Zonai, and instead it is one of these statues in the depths. These statues are from a tribe called the Lomai, yes, like the Labyrinth, and they look opposite to the Zonai with red hair and a tail. And last but not least, you can shoot a spicy pepper on fire on the ground to create a small quick updraft. Pretty interesting. Things you maybe didn't know in Tears of the Kingdom, Part 10. You can attach a Phoenix toenail to a club to make a quick axe. If you are quick enough, you can take a rock, drop it quickly, then ascend through it. It may be hard at first, but it's a good way to get a quick hit on enemies. If you go to this place in Pharaon Woods, there's a patch of lava that did not get removed. When you come across tumbleweeds in Gerudo Desert, you should break them because there could be something inside. But of course, you already knew all these facts because you subscribed and watched all the other parts, right? I should be right. Because if this video doesn't get to 200 likes, then it's over for the series, and I mean over. I'm done. So like I said at the end of that shorts video, 200 likes on this video or that shorts video, and I'll continue the series up to part 20. Consider subscribing for more amazing content, and thanks for watching.